Welcome. Really? You know who that is. Yeah, that's it. But he has a new shirt on.
We've got fancy new shirts.
We have upgraded
Our armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, new shirts, and we've even taken a bath.
Yes.
Happens once a year for you guys. Only.
And you will see when he starts filming me that I don't have the beard anymore.
No, you shaved. I didn't notice. So you barked my cat and you licked your face.
Really?
Yeah. We are Tabletop Battle.
We are.
And I'm Svein. You're Anders. No, wait. This is all wrong. I'm Damon.
And I'm Svein.
There you go.
Let's go.
We are in North Africa. And this time we're actually in North Africa. Unlike the little blooper last time. So no picking on Svein. You know who I'm talking about. Don't break your shelf.
That was close.
We will today be filming the first battle of Alamein. Did I get it right?
You got it right, man.
This was the battle where the Allied forces started their breakthrough and the process of kicking Rommel out of Africa.
Yes.
And also the first appearance of the M4.
Sherman.
Yes. Which will make its debut for us, and it's also the same Sherman that will be auctioned off.
So we'll take a look at this. You have seen the review. If you haven't, I'll put a link in the description field. There you can see an unpainted one, but this is the painted one that we are going to auction off. And it can be used by both the British, the Russian and the US armies, although
it slightly favors the US for some unconspicuous reason I can
possibly think about.
No. But also featuring in this game is another tank that's just come off the assembly line that will be auctioned off at a later date.
Yep.
Will you show
probably after the Sherman?
Yeah. Will you show the beautiful people the Italian tank?
Yeah, this is the M1340, which means it's a 13-ton tank put into use from 1940. It has dual machine guns in the hull, it has a light anti-tank gun and a coaxial medium machine gun. So this is actually 12 shots. And we love 12 shots.
We love 12 shots, especially when they're painted by my wife.
Yes, very
Which
beautiful paint.
Is.
Very nice painting on this M1340, and Giglio, I know you are up for this one, and that's why you will also be commanding it.
But what was that you had in the background there? Was that a tiger? What is that doing there?
Oh, there's a tiger over here. That will eat some Shermans for breakfast.
That it will.
But not in this battle.
Not in this battle, but we like to show off what we've finished, and this is another tank that we've been able to complete, or rather my wife has been able to complete, which will see action in the next battle that we have for North Africa, when the tiger made its first appearance.
Absolutely. That was December 42, was it?
Roughly-ish.
Yeah, I think it was. So this one will also be featured in a battle report coming to you
live.
No, not live.
From
but
us.
in a while.
Yes.
Anyway, this is taking a lot of time.
Yes. No more BS. Table, Africa, North Africa, El Alamein. The buildings, hardcover. If you stand in them, also need 6s to kill.
Yep.
But there's no windows on this side, so you can forget that.
But you can stand on the roof.
Yeah, I can stand on the roof.
But then you'll kill on a regular.
Yeah. Trees are trees, our usual 1-inch rule. The oasis, if you have to walk in water, it's, well, no running. Tank traps are tank traps, roads are roads. Sandbags count as hardcover.
Yep.
The dunes, the small ones, that'll be 1.
There are actually, we have some
3
curves here.
Yeah. We have 3 small dunes, no line of sight over them from infantry, and no running from infantry or tanks. The bigger dunes, that'll be this one and
the one I started with.
Yes, the big one over here. Tanks cannot draw line of sight over those, and also no running for infantry or tanks.
Yeah.
Other than that, we have just pretty much eye candy.
Yep.
Victory conditions. The Allied forces have to break through Rommel's line and crush them from every angle. from everywhere. So the objective for the Allied forces is to move as many points, and we're saying points, not order die units, points, off the table within a 25-inch area down here,
yep.
Near the road. So I have to move more points off than he can kill. That is one victory condition. The second one is if I manage to kill the 3 things that he has in his army that can kill the Sherman, which is the 88mm. It's the light anti-tank gun
from the Italian side,
or his tank.
Yeah.
So I have 2 ways of achieving victory. Science only objective here is to defend and destroy more
then you can bring off.
than I can take off, and hopefully have one of his units survive or more. That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. And some feedback by our viewers, so we will try to make the battles a little bit more decisive.
Yes.
So that
from now on, I will crush Svein instead of giving him hope that he actually knows what he's doing.
Really?
We're done.
We're done. No, we can just say a quick word about the battle mat. We have, of course, spoken about this in the previous video, but
it's like the 12th time.
Yeah, but it's important to support those that support us.
That is true.
Beautiful logo, Tabletop Battle. This is deepcutstudio.com.
And he will put links to deep cuts, to the flickering flame markers, and the buildings in the info.
Yeah, the flickering lights by Cody's Creations, the buildings
and
by
I will also tell you now.
Tinned Fruits. On eBay, I will put links so you can go and check it out. And also,
oh, what is that?
What is that? These are our new pin markers by Historique. Here you can even see the web address. So here you can just turn and apply the number of pins you need. And it even has our logo and web address on it. This will probably end up
with you guys.
With some of the guys.
And that was it for this Forces Introduction.
Forces Introduction.
And the British forces. A little out of sorts for the Sherman since it has a US flag, but then again it was shipped from the States.
It was.
A regular Sherman. It has a veteran crew that the Brits had available to them after 2 years of fighting. But since the tank is new, we've chosen to make it a regular instead of a veteran unit.
Yeah.
Commanded by the Simons. We have Mr. Charlie Weaver is still with us. He is controlling my air observer today. Trying to stay out of trouble. We have Flynn O'Flynn commanding the artillery observer.
That's the free one.
Yes, with an upgraded single man to add some wounds. Sergeant Joe Gunn is commanding today, and you've seen our last video. There was a quiz about where you could find Mr. Gunn, and we got a winner for that one. Yes,
Chris, you're receiving a 10-man Russian or
Naval
Soviet
Brigade Squad.
Naval Brigade Squad.
Yeah. New addition, Lieutenant Molden.
Yes.
He wanted to be in command of the 25-pounder or quarter-pounder, as we've chosen to call it.
You have?
Don't you remember that?
Yeah, sure, certainly do.
Yeah. Lieutenant Paul, also previously known as Paul H. He wanted
he has been promoted.
Yes, to a lieutenant instead of just a regular soldier, commanding a 10-man Indian squad, rifles all the way through. We have Schaefer commanding a 5-man squad, rifles all the way through. Same with Seryapov. We have Mr. Douglas H. Bunker, 10-man squad, rifles, and McCormick, 10-man squad, rifles.
Yes.
And a little boo-boo, if you go back to Lieutenant Paul, this is, of course, a light machine gun.
Yeah, because they have a light machine gun.
Yes, because they actually do have a light machine gun.
And a loader.
Yes.
And all the British are
All the British fire 3 shots, or fire 3 shots. They fire 1 additional shot for each third rifle they have.
Yeah, so that is the special rule that he has chosen. But what I was going to say is that all the British units are
Desert rats.
regular.
Yep, and they're, well, these guys are at least desert rats, you can see.
Yeah, they are regular. So that's easy to remember. And remember Sergeant Douglas H. Bunker, father of Brian Bunker. He was actually fighting in the North African campaign, and he was with the 8th Army, aka Desert Rat. So it's kind of cool to see him on the table.
Yep.
Okay, over to the German and the Italian force. A fine selection of German and Italian units. First up, we have Captain Rattenbury. He has been put to use on the Axis side, simply because we had serious trouble finding room for everybody. He is a first lieutenant.
And to just add to that, since we are gaining patrons, fantastic, we won't have enough room for everyone, so we are changing the patron system to hopefully something better. Meanwhile, you're just going to have to make do with being assigned the units that we decide, unless you are really adamant about it. If you threaten Stein, he might give you a unit. Yep, that's me.
That was you. But Rattenbury, you have been assigned to a first lieutenant, regular, so that's a good grade, giving +2 morale. You have a Blaney, who is in control of an 8-man Africa Corps squad, only rifles. Sergeant Tyro, you have also been moved on to the Axis side. You have been so long in the service of the Allied, so we needed to shift you.
Kicked you out.
So you are commanding also a 8-man squad. These are, by the way, veterans, so you guys stand a good chance of both surviving and doing some damage. Rattenbury, you are regular. Then we have Brooks. He is commanding the Mighty 88, which is a regular, heavy, super heavy anti-tank gun with gun shield, so it will take a lot to take you out. Then we have not assigned anyone to the inexperienced second lieutenant of the Italians, because he will probably not be very useful. Hickman, you have gotten an 8-man inexperienced infantry squad. Same with Carroll, 8-man inexperienced squad, rifles only. Cuscisto is back on the Axis side. He is in control of a medium mortar with spotter, regular. Commander Loki is with us. He wanted to be allied, but sadly no room, and last man out, so he is controlling the Elefantino light anti-tank gun. And last but not least, Giglio in command of the M1340, which is also regular. So this will be an interesting fight. I like that we get to have both the Germans and the Italians on the same side, because that is something I had wanted to do for a while now. And the North African theater is my favorite theater, so I'm looking forward to this game with our clear victory conditions, and also playing from the long edge to the long edge, so that it should be a little bit easier to achieve objectives.
Fiercer battle for survival.
Yes, so now we will start with turn 1.
Yes. 3 things we forgot to mention
Before we start turn number 1
is the Sherman and a small unit, including Mr. Schaefer, will be coming in possibly from round 2, randomly on the left or right hand side, on a roll of 9 or less. The reason why we do this is the Germans knew the British were, or the Allies was coming. They knew that there was new tanks, aka Sherman, coming, and the Allied forces knew that they knew, so they tried a little flanking move here.
Yeah.
So that's why they are not set up on the table at this current moment.
Okay, so they will enter
either here or here, and they can enter up to 12 inches in on the table and then move.
So it's not a outflanking maneuver, it's just a small flanking maneuver.
Adding to that, all the artillery barrage,
mortar wounds
that you see here. The reason why we have them is just for show, and for the battle to be historically correct. Because before all this took place, or the battle that we're about to film. 600 artillery positions fired upon the Germans. The largest amount of artillery that the Brits had fielded and used since World War I, as far as I could read up on Wikipedia. So that's why we have the eye candy. It's the reason why we are using the artillery observer.
Yep.
And also the reason why we have a quarter pounder, which has been upgraded to a medium howitzer for this game.
Yep.
To symbolize the amount of artillery that the Allied threw at the Germans before the actual battle.
Yes, and you got the first die.
I got the first die. This is the easy one.
I think I saw this in the previous game also.
Yes.
Airstrike.
Airstrike.
Why you want to take out the 88? Why? It hasn't done it. But this has flak, so you can shoot down your pesky airplane.
How many shots?
1.
No, it can shoot down my pesky airplane.
It cannot.
That's it.
German is up, or rather German or Italian. I choose to activate my 88 before it is dead. I can of course move it. No, I can't because it's too heavy, so it cannot be moved. It would need
you would need a transport.
Yes, to get away.
You need a TOW.
TOW.
This isn't 40k.
This isn't 40k. Anyway, to make things short, Damon, I will take a shot at Lieutenant Paul.
What Paul ever done to you?
Probably nothing, but I will still do it since...
you need to do something with your gun.
Yeah. And this is a super heavy with a range of 84, so I'm clearly within 42, that's 30.
While he does his measuring thing and stuff, our deployment was done, of course, off camera. We deployed every other unit.
Every other unit?
Yeah, so it's...
you go, I go.
Yeah, so it's deployed completely, well, at random, to put it that way.
But,
there's no planning in where we put our stuff, so the opponent didn't know where the other stuff was going.
No, but this is sort of historical. The Italians are protecting the flanks like they used to do when they were commanded by the Germans, and the Germans are holding the central position to try and fend off the coming...
The tanks.
The tank.
The breaking through.
Yeah.
Yes?
Anywho,
what do you need to hit?
I need a base of 3 because it's short range, and then you have hardcover because of the building walls, so it's a 5.
Yes, sir.
And this is a versatile gun, so it can fire as an anti-tank gun or a light howitzer. So I'm choosing to shoot as a light howitzer to maximize the hits.
Yes.
So here goes a 5. Yeah!
Oh! It's a 5.
Don't you love it when that happens? Anywho, 1d6 hits.
Yes.
So here's the 6. Oh! That was a 6.
No, it was a 3.
It's a 3. So that's 3 hits.
3 hits, killing on 1s, or killing on 2s.
It's a light hammer plus 2 penetration.
So killing on 3 and 3 on killing on 4s usually, so
2 plus.
2 plus. I can choose to go down.
You can choose to go down. They haven't done anything. Half the number of hits, that would make it 1 hit.